Yeah, welcome back, YouTube. We have had some heavy rain and the wind's been blowing here along the coast here in South Carolina. Look like it's got all my squash blew over. I don't know what else is messed up in this garden. They said like 4 to 6 inches in some spots. I think we got the 6 inches here. See how they look. It has blown them over. Yeah, maybe when they dry out, maybe they'll stand back up. But they got all kind of small squash was coming on the bushes, laying in the water. Zucchinis and all that was coming on. It's got all of them laid down. I mean, they were loaded with blossoms and little squash. Ants are coming up out the ground. The ground's so wet. Maybe when they dry out, they'll stand back up. I hope. I mean, I had some nice. That one's still standing. 2 of them there. Maybe tomorrow, if they dry out, it'll stand back up. If it don't dry out kind of quick, some of them squash that's on the ground already that they were putting on is gonna rot. Water running coming out the garden. Cucumbers look okay. Wife's turnips might make it. This water's running off. I'm on a hill, so it should dry up pretty quick. Another one of her beans that's starting to run and go up the fence. And her other things, I think she calls them bottle gourd or something like that. Had some of my small watermelon plants die from that last heavy rain we had last week. I guess it drowned them out. Some moist. The ground here still was moist from that. Now we got all this rain. But we had a system come in from off of the ocean. And here just inland from the coast, where I'm at, I mean, it pouring down here. I'm not sure how high the winds got up to. I see the corn over there is laid over. Man, them was some pretty squash bushes. I hate to see that there. Okras look like they might be okay. I can stand that corn back up once it starts to dry out some tomorrow, where I can get off in there. Just blowed all of it one way. It's just starting to top out and get pretty. It's dark and green, starting to grow tall. But that's the thing with a garden. Some years don't get enough water. Some years you get too much water. Take a chance anytime you plant. Just don't never know what the weather's gonna do. Some years you just hit it just right, but we'll work with it. The only thing we do is wait on it to dry out some and then work with it some. There's another ant bed. They's come up out the ground. My yard mushy where I'm walking at, sinking down. Ground's so wet, ground soft. The water sitting here on the edge of the yard. Ditches can't take the water out fast enough. There's so much water. All out there in the woods is flooded through the woods down there. Ditches can't run it out fast enough. See a place up here where it's running out at. Yeah, it's trying to get some of the water out of here. But it gets down, we'll work with the garden someday tomorrow. If it dries out some. Still got a couple of more chances of rain for this tomorrow and the next day. I imagine the river probably pretty muddy too. I wanted to go fishing Friday. I've got to see how the water looks down there, see how muddy it gets. I have to go to the big river, I know. That's why sometimes you hear me talk about going to the big river. It's where the river wider and deeper. I can go down in that big river and it takes more water and stuff to muddy it up or mess it up down there. Pine tree and reds, they more narrow. Especially at reds. Reds ain't tide water, and down there you don't have to have a whole lot of rain for it to mess the water up down there and mess the fish up. But down at P House or Brown's Ferry, it takes a good bit of water to mess it up. But now we've had some heavy rain here this morning during the day here. Let's check out the wife's plants. Well, the wife's stuff she's got in the pots don't look like it's bothered them too bad. This thing here she got the other day, these two, I think they call them calamansi or something like that. But I think it tastes something like a lemon. And she got her peppers and stuff here, and this is her starter barrel here. She got all kind of stuff coming up and hit. So rain and stuff didn't. Guess the house is blocking a lot of the wind off of it. But yeah, it's doing okay. Get back out here and check the garden out. Don't look like it hadn't blowed the roots over. I'll give it till tomorrow. Come out here and check on it. Look like it may have broke some of the stalks and stuff on the squash, but I'll get out here tomorrow and hopefully they'll dry out some. We're supposed to have some more rain coming, but if it dries out it may stand back up or it may not. All I can do is wait and see. Let's hope this water drains off of it good by tomorrow. It's draining, but the ground's so saturated it can't soak into the ground. We got so much rain. I see some of them stalks there look like they over soaked with rain now. Got a brownish color to them like they waterlogging. But that's all in planting a garden. Farmers, they plant, and then they have heavy rain and stuff that come through and messes with them. They have a hard time some years. I bet it's blowed a lot of their corn and stuff over. But don't never know. All you can do is try from year to year. Look like it's blowed most of the leaves back to the east and to the south. They might come back up and make it. I don't think it's bothered the watermelons too much. This water just drain off, and some of it get out of here to where it won't waterlog it, cause it to drown, get root rot. Whatever don't make it though, we'll plant over. We have a long summer here along the coast of South Carolina, so just that the heat to get to it later on in the year. Anyhow, I just thought I'd bring you an update on what the garden looked like here and what was going on with hits. Just checking it out. Anyhow, we'll try to keep you updated. Hope the river bees, I know up the river's going to be messed up for at least a week or so. But the only thing I do is go to the big river and try them down there. But I'm going to have to give it a few days because I know there could be a lot of fresh water going out through it. Anyhow, thanks for watching.